Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and today we're going to be trying a different game. It's called Recettear, and it's an item shop tale. It's similar to Moonlighters, but I feel like this is more fun and you can do more with it. So yeah, stay tuned. This is going to be a 5-part series or 4, I'm not sure yet. So before we get started with the game, I do want to go over a few things. I've noticed a lot of people who downloaded this game on Steam on PC. I'm not sure about the controllers and how to play it. So you have to use Z as in zebra, X and C as in cat, and V as in Victor. Those 4 buttons, and then the up and down and sideway arrows to move. So yeah, and I do have to put a disclaimer out there that I've already played this game for a few hours and got the hang of it and failed a couple of times. If you've played this game, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm actually starting over from like I believe 10-hour play. Yes, 10-hour play. So I do have a little bit of an advantage. It's not necessarily a cheat because I'm starting over with 1000k. As you can see, the first save data I have a playtime of 14 hours, but I'm starting over from day 2, but I still keep the merchant level 15. I'm not sure what that's about. So if you don't know about this game, it's basically you have to pay your debt every week, and every week it increases from I believe it was like 10k, 30k, 80k, 200k, and 500k, which is honestly outrageous. But once you get the hang of it and figure out how to sell things, price them right, how to buy things when they're a low market, when they're priced low, and then sell them when they're in great demand. So it's basically um, a very interesting game about economics, in my opinion. But yeah, so I don't know if you consider this a cheat, but it's not really a cheat because the game allows you to do this. So if you didn't know, try it out because as you can see, I already have expensive stuff on my table. So that's how we're gonna start it off with a bunch of expensive stuff on the table on day 2, and you guys will see how easy this game goes once you do this technique. But if you really want to be honest, I guess you can try with no items in your shop because I think it's possible. I haven't tried it myself. I got so frustrated, so I decided to try the game this way. And as you can see, I'm having good luck. And a tip that I can give you is that when items are in demand, usually it's the second week, where like the price increase, you can honestly put it up to 200%, almost 300% markup, and people will buy it, which is crazy. Most people usually buy it at 30%. You can get away. I would say mark up your items at maybe like 135% up, and then work your way down to 130. So when they want a discount, it shows that you're giving a discount, but still to your advantage. Another thing that I would advise is for you to keep an eye on when people are selling you things. I'm a very forgetful person, and sometimes I would forget what I put on the table, and people would be like, "Oh, I'm here to sell this," and I'm like, and I would think that I'm the one selling it, so I would price it up, and then I bought it for ridiculous amount of price. So just keeping an eye on that when people are coming to sell their goods or when they're buying your goods. Another tip that I will give you is right now the market's neutral, so nothing's on sale. But when you see the prices of items decrease when they're blue, that's when you want to stock up on stuff. Right now, I'm just stocking up on whatever their high price items because they have the extra income, and I already have the first week's payment there, so I had money to play with. And make sure you buy both from the market and the guild, from the guild master. And right here, I believe I was trying to buy decorations and stock up on stuff, I was just trying to buy stuff for for my shop. It's looking pretty dull, and now I'm restocking. Like I said, I've already played this, so a lot of stuff I am gonna skip through, like the tutorials and stuff. But there are parts that I have not seen, cutscenes that I have not seen, and I keep on there. So if you want to see them, you can keep watching this gameplay. Like I'm gonna skip over some days if nothing's happening and just get to the good parts. So if you've noticed, there's a fusion part where you can fuse items together if you have the proper ingredients. Which my suggestion is that when you go to the dungeon, you're gonna get a lot of like gear and then ingredients. If the gear is not worth that much, I toss it away because you can always buy that gear. But keep the ingredients because nobody else sells that ingredients. So you should keep the ingredients in hand. But right now I'm just stocking up on food and skill power, which is from candy. Um, so we can go try the Hall of Trails. And as you see, my character's already powered up. Louise at level 28. Game lets you keep that even when you lose, which is honestly an added bonus because you don't have to level them up crazy. You just have to go through the floors, of course. Um, so here I'm already at the end, and this is where he gets his guild card. Uh, the other characters that you're gonna see on my list, all of those are from events. So you have to interact with the community in order to activate those events. If you never leave the shop, nothing's ever gonna happen. So you have to check out the pub at night, the chapel, the plaza, the market, and even the Masters Guild has an event. And if you want to know when there's an event happening, just check your map, and if the name of it's flashing, it means something's happening in there. And some of them are repetitive. Like I've seen that cutscene a couple of times where she talks about candy and relaxing. So in order to unlock the wizard job, I believe that's what's called, which is Caillou, he will ask you to bring three things, which is a slime liver, a bat wing, and a charred lizard. And you need to get those from the bosses from the second dungeon. They don't always drop, so you have to keep going. So if they usually drop the first time you defeat them, so if you get those, just keep them in hand. Don't sell them, don't infuse them, just keep them until he needs them, until he comes asking for those items. And then you will unlock Caillou, and he'll give you his guild card, adventure card. I forgot what it's called. So we're already in day 5, over 100k, and here is Jade's Way. I've already run through this, like I said. It's the time stays on there from before, which is weird. Enemy defense power doubled. So you just keep a notice of the news and take advantage when it's double XP. That way you can level your character up. So each dungeon has 5 floors. On the 5th floor, you'll meet a boss. So the first boss is the Crown Slime. And in order for you to beat him, you're just gonna make sure that you attack the small ones first, and then he'll get smaller, and then you'll be able to hit him harder. Because if he absorbs the smaller ones, he just keeps getting bigger, and the attack power is gonna be really low. There you have it. And as you can see, he did not drop the slime. That's because I've already done this one. It really sucks when he doesn't drop the slime liver, because you need it. So this is the second boss. He's on the 10th floor. This big mouse. In order for you to defeat him, as you can see, I was only hitting him by 7 points, which is nothing. You have to eliminate the red mushrooms, because that's how he gets his HP back. let him eat the purple mushrooms, which cause him to have a bad reaction and he falls over. Once he falls over, that's when you can attack him. Attack him and then his HP went down super high. So just make sure you get rid of the red mushrooms so he doesn't get those back and avoid those hits. I'm taking minimum damage. That's because the character is overpowered and he has good gear and good weapons. That's how you defeat the Mouse King. As you can see, he dropped the Chart Lizard. That's what you need for the quest. And you can also use that for using some equipment to upgrade gear. So we're now on the 15th floor, which is the third boss. Well, we're gonna go there right now, which is another event. And this is where you meet your second character that you're gonna eventually be able to choose. Her name is Charmy, however you want to say it. She's pretty tough at the. I suggest that when you're first starting this game, for you to be at a higher level, maybe at a level 10 to 15, and with a better weapon and a better armor, because she is fast. I even had a hard time keeping bump with her. She was hitting me a lot. And she just drops a scar that you can get at the shop, so it's a good price scar, so if you want to keep it and sell it, go right ahead. As you can see, I'm throwing away stuff that I don't need. And then I can get at the regular shop, and I'm keeping ingredients like toothpicks and shark fin and stuff like that that the NPC drops, so I can use it later on. And this is actually a high price item, a very odd vase that you get at the beginning of the game. And this is gonna help you make money because it costs about 20 to 22k, depending on how much you sell it. And you'll have enough for the week. And here's another event. If you saw the name or the place was flashing, so it was another event, which I already saw it and I skipped it. And then the pub, it's another event. I skipped that one because I already saw it. So I want to show you guys a buying thing. Say, hey there, come to sell this. I came by to sell this. So you can mark it down around 30%. Usually they'll say okay. See, I got it for 30% marked down, and I'm gonna sell it for 120, which is around 3k. So that's a good amount of money. This vending machine, you'll be able to get it, I think, a week 3, and then you can just put cheap stuff in there that you don't want to deal with customers. You cannot change haggle on price, so whatever the base price is, that's whatever they're gonna buy it for. So that's why I just throw unnecessary things in there that I want to clear out my inventory. Junk change, if you want to say. So another tip that I do have is like, how do you upgrade your character, your adventurers, weapons, and gear? You have to sell it to them in the shop, honestly. And here's a perfect example. I believe Louis comes in and tries to buy either a weapon or gear, and it shows you the difference of like how he's upgrading it. He's trying to sell me a sandwich. It's not bad because I'll turn it around and sell it for 3k or 350. So here he is, and he wants to get a scarf, I believe. This is an order he placed, so I got the scarf and then an advanced scarf. And as you can see, it'll tell you the upgrade. If you want to sell that to him, so he will already have that on him the next time you take him out to the dungeon. So I try to sell it for them cheap, because sometimes if you try to sell them for too high, they'll say no thank you, and then you miss the opportunity for them to upgrade their weapons or gear. So here, as you can see, I have 3 adventurers with Caillou and Charmy. I decided to go and level up Caillou a little bit, and he already had bought from my previous gameplay all the gear that he needed. So I didn't need to add any gear to this run. I just added food because he is a wizard, so his defense is really low and he has more hit power than anything else. So he does need sweets for you to increase that. Is it not hit power? It's skill power. Sorry. So I decided to mess around with him on the first floor just to get the feel of the way he fights. So you can see he has 3 different skills. He has area effect, which destroys anything around him nearby. This is the main way you fight with him. You don't have a physical contact with others, just using your magical powers, and it uses skill power for that. It doesn't use that much. Let me see. I believe it uses 5 each time. So it is fun to try different characters to see which one do you like best. Like I said, my main character is Louis. I just got used to him. But I do also like Charmy because Charmy actually runs faster. If you double press the arrow of wherever she's going, she actually speeds up. And she's the only one who can do that because what is she? Kind of like a thief slash ninja in a way. So there you have it. And here you have the news flash. The prices of daggers has increased. The initiative to be made egg toast lunch bread is gaining strength, sources say. So as you can see, the price of daggers have increased, and this is when you want to sell whatever you have on there, because you can sell it for almost 3 times the amount. And I only had 1 dagger in me, and if you go to buy them, it's gonna be overpriced, so you don't want to buy daggers at this time. And I don't know if I fused this. Did I fuse this? As you can see, I fused it apparently. There's a lot of items that I have not unlocked yet. And nothing else price was increased. Everything else is regular price, so it's up to you if you want to sell it now or you want to save it to when the items are in demand and then sell them, because that's when you're gonna get the most money out of your item. And here's a great example. Somebody will come here, request the item, and as you can see here, the pure edge is 8,500, but I can put it up pretty high. And they will buy it. I could have probably put it up to a markup of 250%, and they would have buy it. I think the highest something I sold was 300%. So I do want to mention that there are more characters to unlock. I have not unlocked all of them. I missed the opportunity to unlock the... I want to say she's almost like a samurai. She has a pole. Is it a samurai or a dragoon? I didn't get the chance to unlock it in this game. I've had unlocked her before because I didn't interact with her that much. When you see her lost in the dungeon, just quickly interact with her. She will say the same stuff sometimes, or she will say something new. If you interact with her every time you see her, eventually she'll go to the shop and then she'll give you her adventure card and she'll be part of your team. I know it might seem like this video is all over the place, but it's just going through my gameplay. And as you can see, the price of the items are decreased, so I decided to go ahead and stack up everything that was blue. You don't have to stock up on everything if you know what you're selling. And just stock up on the things that sell good, and then you can just hold them to when the prices increase, and then you can triple the amount of money you make. I am gonna go ahead and end the episode here. A lot of things happen in the next part that I don't want to spoil it and make this video too long. But if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.